I may have made a mistake. The videos for the Snowballer rework and the Pursuit nerf updates, yeah, I accidentally uploaded the versions where the music were too loud because I exported the versions, one version back that didn't have the music toned down. That is totally my bad, and YouTube really does not like re-uploads. They hate re-uploads. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to add something new to the video. So luckily there is one tower rework, or kind of rework, that I have forgotten to mention. And that's the Elementalist tower. And yes, at the end of the Elementalist thing, I'm going to talking about thing. I'm going to tag in the original Snowballer thing. So yes, I'm going to talk about the Elementalist tower and the Snowballer tower. So yes, very cool. And if you want to see my glorious music, go ahead and become a member and watch this video. It's like, what? How much have I made membership? Like 99p or something? Or 99 cents? Yeah. So, jeez. So yeah, if you want to become a member and watch it, it's only like 99p to watch the original ear blast versions of the videos. Yeah. So with the Elementalist, the ice turret used to have like 1 health. So literally anything, any ability that used to damage units, it killed the ice turret instantly. This was the weakest unit in the game by a country mile. However, they have changed that, so this is no longer the case. So if I spawn in a boomer, for example, and then set it to 1, because the boomers can actually damage the ice turret. It doesn't actually kill the ice turret anymore if I spawn in a modern boomer, that is, actually, because I don't think the original boomer can actually damage the ice turret. But yes, as you can see, the ice turret remains alive. Now, if I spawn in, let's see, I think what Menton did, he spawned in 50 necrotic skeletons with a spawn delay of 0.01 on timescale 1. Necrotic skeletons, because apparently necrotic skeletons, they're quite oops, oh well. Right, let's try that again, shall we? Necrotic skeleton, and then please kill the ice turret. Okay, so as you can see, 50 necrotic skeletons were able to kill the ice turret, but the ice turret was kept alive when about 49 of them were alive. So Menton has basically confirmed the ice turret has around 1,000 health. So the ice turret has now actually become an all-powerful unit, which is incredibly hard to kill. I mean, yeah, the Void Reaver Stomp can kill it, but I don't think much else can actually kill it. With one ability, that is. So yeah, the ice turret is actually now a lot more powerful and is kept alive for much longer. So yeah, that's a pretty good buff. And now for the original Snowballer video. I mentioned previously one secret tower that the developers have changed but not told us in the update log, that being the Snowballer. Yeah, they've accidentally changed the Snowballer without telling us. Either it was an accident and they've accidentally changed it without telling us, or they changed it and didn't want to tell us for some reason. I'm inclined to believe they accidentally changed it and just didn't report on it because, well, I think the changes, they seem like inconsequential changes to the point where, I don't know, it doesn't seem like proper reworked changes, but yeah. So, with the Snowballer, I regret to inform you that the developers, for some reason, have decided to nerf level 0. I don't know why, but yeah, level 0 has been nerfed. Damage has remained the same at 4. Fire rate has remained the same at 3. Slowness, freeze time, max hits, they've all remained the same. DPS remained the same. Cost efficiency remained the same. The thing that's been changed is the range, and the range has been decreased from 12 to 9.5. Why? Why has it been nerfed at level 0? I will never know. Yeah, so, in shocking news, the Snowballer at level 0 has been nerfed. In other news, at level 1, the range still hasn't recovered. It's still 11, so the range still has been nerfed from 12 to 11. However, the cost has actually changed from 150 to 100, so the total cost has changed from 150 to 100. The DPS hasn't changed though, so it's remained the same at 1.59, but because of that, the cost efficiency has changed from 283.02 to 251.57. This is what I mean by it doesn't seem like this seems like testing stats from like previous sessions, from like a half-baked rework attempt at the Snowballer, because these seem like minor inconsequential changes to the Snowballer rather than a proper thought out rework for the Snowballer. Like I said, a change of 12 to 9.5 range for the Snowballer? Really? That doesn't seem like there's like much thought given to that. And like the change from 100 to 150, sorry, 150 to 100 upgrade cost, and the change from 12 to 11 range at level 1 doesn't seem really thought out as well. So yeah, no. Meanwhile, at level 2, however, the slowdown time has actually increased from 3 to 4. So yeah, fair enough. Okay, it's not displayed here, but according to Menton, it's actually changed. Okay, the range has increased to 14. So yes, thankfully, it's the same range as it was before. Furthermore, the cost has decreased from 650 to 450. So the DPS for the Snowballer has actually remained the same at 319, but the cost efficiency has changed from 344 to 266. Okay, fair enough. Finally, at level 3, the damage has actually increased from 15 to 20. The upgrade cost has changed from 2,500 to 1,850. Therefore, the total cost has decreased from 3,600 to 2,700, which I think makes it the cheapest tower to max out in the game. Yeah, because the Scout costs 3,475 to max out, while this costs 2,700 to max out. So yeah, the Snowballer is now officially the cheapest tower to max out in the game. And that's it. Yeah, so the DPS for the Snowballer has increased from 7.47 to 9.91, or sorry, 9.96, and its cost efficiency has changed from 481 to 271. So it's quite good considering the fact that it does have max hit of 4 at this level. So the snowballs can like have an explosion to deal 4 max hits. That being said, it does say that it has lead detection. I mean, it does explosion, but it doesn't say explicitly lead detection. If I spawn in a lead, though, it probably would be able to damage it. Surely it would be able to, right? So if spawning a lead boss, yeah, so it does actually damage a lead. And it can freeze enemies at this state. So yeah, the Snowballer is okay. It's still objectively not a great tower. And to be fair, I don't think the rework changes that opinion too well. But hey, it's a cheap tower to spam, I guess. However, I think there's still some room of improvement required. Like I said, I think they may have accidentally pushed this out while they were still testing it out. Because, yeah, decent freezing tower, just too much of a lightweight scout. It's a lightweight scout freezing tower, I must say. And yeah, I am just still confused why it was nerfed at level 0. I just cannot believe that. Was it just too good as a level 0 spam? Really? Was it really that case? Seriously? It can't see hiddens. Like, come on. I mean, I guess it is a kind of rework, because I guess the thing about the Snowballer is that the good thing was it was good at level 0. But I mean, it struggles with easy mode, because unless you place it directly on a curve, and yeah, I've replaced it quite badly. But I mean, you know, it should not... like, its short range means you basically have to put it on a curve like this. You can't put it like here. It has to be like this. It has to be like that. Otherwise, yeah, you're kind of screwed. Have they really just decided, okay, so we've decided the Snowballer, it's too good early on. We're going to have to nerf it slightly by placing its range, making it slightly worse. But we're going to make the next upgrade very, very cheap. Also, we're going to make the next upgrade after that. We're going to make that also cheap. And then the one after that, we're going to make it the max level extremely cheap as well for a max level upgrade. And I don't know, like, is the Snowballer a cheap freezing tower, or is it like a cheap way of, it is a cheap freezing tower, isn't it? But then the freezer, it's no longer a cheap freezing tower anymore. It's like an actual DPS tower that is like replaces the Golden Scout in terms of like cost efficiency. Then again, the freezer after like level 1, its damage is not that great in comparison to, say, other towers. So perhaps the Snowballer is now the new freezer. It's like the Snowballer has replaced what the freezer was back in the day. So remember when the freezer wasn't that great when it came to damaging, and literally was the only thing that people used the freezer for was the ability to its like grenade ability or the ice drop ability, or when it was replaced in the mega updates, the snowflake ability or the snowflake on the floor thing. And when that was removed, nobody used the freezer, even though, I mean, like, yeah, it could freeze stuff, but no one ever used it for that. It's like what the snowball is currently. And yeah, it's had like an explosive projectile, but even then people still didn't use it for that. It's kind of like that. It's like, it feels like the snowballer has reached what the freezer was like. No, so yeah, I don't see people still using the snowballer after this rework. And yeah, I think more reworking needs to be done with the snowballer, just saying. And yeah, I do expect the snowballer to get another rework eventually down the line. One that's officially announced by the developers and like involved in an update. But given that there are other towers, event towers especially, that have priority over the snowballer, yeah, they'll probably get a update first before this. I mean, I guess this was like a stopgap to make it actually somewhat usable. But yeah, I don't know. It just feels kinda, I don't know why they did it in the first place. I guess that's why they didn't announce it, because it wasn't that much to talk about. Well, that's not too much to write home about, because it wasn't the final rework that they wanted to do, I guess.